Imagine the biggest sporting event on earth, but bigger, much bigger. Not 32 teams, not 48 teams, every country on earth. More than 200 nations all fighting for one trophy. Tiny island nations, massive superpowers, countries that have never scored a World Cup goal. Countries with populations smaller than some cities. Imagine seeing Brazil face Tuvalu, Argentina versus Bhutan, France against San Marino. Absolute chaos. But if every country on Earth played in one giant World Cup, what would actually happen? How long would it last? Who would survive? And could we witness the biggest underdog story in sports history? Today we're asking, what if every country played in the World Cup? Let's start with the numbers. The current World Cup already expanded to 48 teams. That alone creates over 100 matches. Now imagine over 200 countries entering. Suddenly, the tournament explodes in size. Group stages alone could contain dozens of groups, or organizers might create giant qualifying rounds before the main event. Instead of lasting 1 month, the World Cup could stretch across several months, possibly even half a year. Fans would practically live inside the World Cup. Imagine waking up every day and seeing 5, 10, or even 20 matches happening. Your entire summer would become football season. Employers around the world would probably lose millions of work hours. Schools would have empty classrooms. People would call in sick, and productivity everywhere would completely collapse. This is where things get interesting. Many countries almost never appear on the world stage in football. Some nations have tiny populations, others have very little football infrastructure. Some have never qualified for a World Cup in history, but suddenly they all get a chance. Imagine a nation with only a few 100,000 people shocking the world, a team nobody expected making an unbelievable run, because football has something unique. The better team doesn't always win. Unlike sports with extremely high scoring, football allows surprises. One goal, one mistake, one incredible save, that's all it takes. History already gave us massive upsets, small countries defeating giants, underdogs shocking the world. Now multiply that by more than 200 teams. The number of crazy moments would be unbelievable. Social media would completely lose its mind. Imagine a tiny nation defeating a football giant. Within minutes, memes everywhere, videos everywhere, millions of reactions, fans celebrating in the streets. Unknown players becoming worldwide celebrities overnight. Imagine a goalkeeper from a country most people rarely hear about suddenly saving 3 penalties against Germany. The next morning, the entire world knows his name. Sponsors call, interviews begin, fans create songs, instant legend status. The World Cup already creates global stars. With every country participating, we'd see dozens of Cinderella stories. Now let's be realistic. As fun as underdog stories are, powerhouses would still dominate. Countries like Brazil, Argentina, France, England, Germany, and Spain have enormous advantages. They have professional leagues, elite coaching, massive football cultures, generations of experience. A nation where children grow up playing football every day naturally develops incredible talent. So despite all the surprises, the later stages would probably begin looking familiar. Quarterfinals and semifinals might still be packed with football giants, but there would be one huge difference. The journey getting there would be much harder. Instead of facing a handful of opponents, top teams would navigate a giant minefield of unpredictable matches. One bad day, and even a favorite could disappear early. Now imagine this scenario. A tiny nation somehow survives group stages, then wins on penalties, then wins again, then somehow reaches the semifinals. The world begins rallying behind them. Neutral fans switch sides. Commentators call it impossible. Players become heroes. Every match becomes must-watch television. Could they actually win? Probably unlikely, but impossible? No, because sports don't follow scripts. That's why people watch. Nobody thought Greece would win the European Championship. Nobody thought Leicester City would win the league. Nobody expects miracles until they happen. And if over 200 countries compete, probability starts creating strange things. Eventually, something unbelievable might happen. So what would happen if every country played in the World Cup? The tournament would become enormous. Football fans would enter paradise. The internet would explode. Underdogs would create unforgettable moments. And somewhere among hundreds of teams, a nation almost nobody expected could capture the world's attention. Because the World Cup isn't just about who wins. It's about stories, dreams, and moments nobody sees coming. Maybe that's why billions of people love it. Because for 90 minutes, anything feels possible. If you enjoyed this what if scenario, hit like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. Which country do you think would become the biggest surprise team? Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next what if video.